I'm thinking like, oh, when I do the auto pay, it should take out this month's bill. Well, did it cycle?
Hello, this is Randy Schoeneman with Bulldog Rooter. Today's date is July 2nd, 2017, and we are looking at a sewer main that runs in the alley behind Sanson. We're going to do a main line of an inspection, of a main line that was installed September 9th, or inspected anyway, September 9th of 1960. It drains into the alley between Sanson and Everett, and the line itself is 4-inch Orangeburg, and of course iron into the house. It's showing me that the line that we're looking at right here is actually tile, and I'm out about 91.5 feet from the floor flange that I'm working through in the main bathroom. And before we get started here, just a quick little bit of aspect information. The bottom of the pipe is always going to be where there's some remnant water or where the lights are located. You'll probably see that change throughout this video as we pull through different bends in the system. So we're going to go ahead and start pulling back now and see what the condition of this line is. There were a couple other plumbing companies that were out here within the last couple of weeks, and the customer continued to back up. Right here, of course, we're pulling through the concrete that goes into the tile sewer, just past the 90-foot mark, so it's a fairly short run. And right here, we have a little bit of an elbow. There's still a little bit of water there. The wisps that you see in the line are methane gas. And let's see, here we go. And we're pulling back. Of course, the bottom of the pipe here is on the bottom of your screen right here. Right here we have possibly a clean out or something. I don't know what that is. Looks like it's concrete. And here we have tile. We're coming back from the sewer. My apologies, I might have actually been in the sewer. Now we have a little bit better look at everything. Bottom of the pipe is on the left-hand side of the screen. Coming up on 80 feet right here. We are definitely in ceramic tile, so I know we're between the center line of the alley and the property line in the backyard. And right here at 77 feet, we transition from the tile line that is from the city sewer, and right here we transition into Orangeburg. There's a little bit of leftover remnant roots there. I take this back. It's looking like it's still tile. Bottom of the pipe is at the top of your screen. Yep, we are still in tile. My apologies. The black color threw me for a little bit. Here's 70 feet. Continuing to pull back in tile. 45. Bottom of the pipe now in the upper right-hand corner. Still in tile as we pull back. We just passed the 70-foot mark. This looks like a transition into Orangeburg right here. There we go. At about 65 feet. Everything here looks pretty decent for 57-year-old Orangeburg. You can see cable marks in the line. Bottom of the pipe is still on the right. We are at the 60-foot mark here. Continuing to pull back. Coming up pretty close to 50 feet. This actually looks like a really decent line for Orangeburg. Pipe, of course, is shifted to the left. Right here we see some common wear and tear that's typical with Orangeburg. Right here in the course of cabling on the left-hand side of the screen, you can see some blisters that have been torn off the pipe. Of course, each time you cable Orangeburg, you do remove a little bit of the pipe material, weakening it. We are continuing to pull back. Yeah, you can see a lot of surface irregularities there on the bottom. Here's a seam, which is typically a very weak point in the pipe, and that looks like it's holding up well. We see a little bit of ovalization there, not a ton. Continuing to pull back. Here's some more typical blistering and tearing of the pipe when we cable that you typically see. Here's a pretty decent ovalized section. You can see it's at this seam. Typically the weakest point of the pipe, of any pipe, is at the ends. And right here you can see where they've tied these two ends together. The pipe has become ovalized. This will eventually, over time, crush. And we won't be able to get a cable through, but for now we did. Pulling back, seeing a little more blistering that we've torn off on the bottom of the pipe. Looks like we've returned to a little more normal round-shaped pipe. Continuing to pull back. Here's a pretty significant blister right here. Bottom of the pipe is on the right-hand side. I know inside the Orangeburg wrapping of the compressed tar paper, they typically installed a fiber material to help give it a little torsional rigidity, and it looks like we are through that at this point. You can see where the pipe is a little ovalized. You can see some more blistering and tearing here. Here we have an opening in the pipe. This is at 30 feet right here. We are continuing to pull back. Here's some, let's see what we've got here. Right here we could have transitioned into iron. We'll take a look at this a little bit more. Yeah, it looks like we are possibly in iron right here. We have a little bit of standing water. Not much. Now it looks like we're still in Orangeburg. Yeah, because I can see some tearing and blistering right here. Should be coming up pretty close onto a transition into the iron. A little bit of root intrusion there. That right there. I'm going to pause this just for a second. I think I know what I'm looking at here, but I just want to go out in the backyard and confirm it. I'll be right back.